Head, we have Engineer Amy Abelio.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am. Also, back secretariat members, we have Engineer Joshua P. Macabulos,
Good morning po.
Engineer Ina Season, and yours truly po, Engineer Rox Taranza. With that, we have a quorum. Attorney says na may we start today's pre-bid conference.
Sige po, let's start na po.
Good morning for our private conference. We have contract ID number 240-00211 for completion of structural and architectural work of Rizal Hall, UP-Manila University of the Philippines System, location Manila City, implementing office DPWH NCR with the funding source Trust Fund, ABC of 99,499,991 pesos and 91 centavos with contract duration of 390 calendar days. Requirements, Class A documents, legal documents such as SEC, DTI, or CDA, mayor's permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of the prospective bidder is located, and tax clearance certificate is finally reviewed and approved by the BIR. For technical documents, we have PICAB or special PICAB license in case of joint venture, records of completed contracts, both government and private, records of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including awarded but not yet started, and records of SLCC similar to the contract should be adjusted to current price using PSA current price index and should have a contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. A contract shall be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work, and any of the following are the categories of work that can be considered. For this project, the major category of work is buildings construction without tiles, low-rise concrete frame 1 to 5 stories, and for similar category, please refer to page 15 of 24 of DO number 117 series of 2017. For the required pickup license, size range medium A license category B. For financial documents, audited financial statements, stamped receipt by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission, tax returns filed and taxes paid through the BIR electronic filing and payment system, and computation of NFCC of at least equal to ABC computed using the prescribed formula. NFCC is equal to quantity current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not yet started coinciding with the contract to be bid. For Class B documents or for joint venture only, valid grade A, each partner of the joint venture shall submit the respective further certificates of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. The submission of technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit the NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all its ongoing contracts and audited financial statements. For the submission and receipt of bids, contents of first envelope or the technical proposal, field job certificate of registration and platinum blue or red membership, pickup license and registration or special pickup with joint venture, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, statement of SLCC, NFCC computation, JVA if applicable, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, project requirements such as organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' personnel, and list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment, and omnibus more statements and ISO 9000 certification per DO1 series of 2011, and in case of joint venture, the ISO 9000 certification from the lead firm will suffice. For the bid security, the bid validity period and bid security validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission and opening of bids, and the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated. For cash or cashiers or managers check issued by universal or commercial bank, or for bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable LC issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security is not less than 2% of the ABC. For surety bond callable upon demand issued by surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security not less than 5% of the ABC. For the contents of second envelope or the financial proposal, that is 5%, bid form, bid prices in the BOQ, detailed estimates accordance to DO 197 series of 2016, the following items shall not be subjected to OCM and profit markup. We have mobilization and demobilization, provision of service vehicle, and permits and clearances. In accordance to DO 187 series of 2016, the following non-civil works items shall not be subjected to OCM markup. We have field or laboratory office and living quarters with rentals, furnishing of furniture, lab equipment, survey equipment and consumables, assistance to the engineers, photographs, health and safety, traffic management, environmental compliance, communication equipment, and cash flow by the quarter and payment schedule. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the BDS ITB Clause 17. For bids to be submitted electronically or online, the procedure should be observed following DO 87-2020. Bids must be duly received by the Back Secretariat at the address below for manual submission or at electronic bids underscore NCR at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission on or before November 5, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. For bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. For completeness, no price in the required item non-confining, indicating a zero or a dash free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes and bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words, words prevail. Total price versus unit price per item, unit price per item prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. And unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, BOQ prevails. And if above ABC non-complying. For post-qualification, verification of legal requirements such as licenses, certificates, and permits, and non-inclusion in blacklist. For technical requirements, key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment in the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and for future of its bid security per DO 58 Series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts, failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after the receipt of notice of defects and deficiencies, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of notice of defects and failures, substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract term and conditions at the time of inspection, and the 0127 series of 2018 or the strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with late ongoing contracts with the DPWH, and authenticity of bid security. For financial requirements, we have bid price proposal or NFCC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9, series of 2012. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract on their bidding, and this certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder shall specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected, and if any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post disqualified. Flash on your screen is the list of key personnel for contract ID number 240-00211. Note, please include the T number of all the pledged personnel, and for DPWH accredited project engineer, should be in accordance with the issued Department Order number 118 series of 2012 or 2024, are the guidelines for the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineers. Also flashed on your screen is the list of major construction equipment for contract ID number 240-00211. This may be owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by a certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. For contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified to the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period, and this be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 2 days upon receipt thereof. Notes on subcontracting. Subcontracting is allowed. Maximum of 50% of the contract cost may be allowed for subcontracting per DO number 38 series of 2015. However, subcontracting of any portion shall not relieve the bidder from any liability or obligation that may arise from the contract for this project. Common reasons for rejection of bids: ineligibility and post-disqualification of bidder, failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor, shorter bid validity and bid security validity period, overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, late submission of bid, failure to submit supporting documents such as certification of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased, negative slippage in ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of 2 or more ongoing projects, and unsatisfactory CPES rating. Common errors in the submission of bids: incomplete pages of bid documents, both technical and financial, and authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For a single proprietor, signatory should be the owner proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. And for partnership as indicated in the articles of partnership. Reminder: deadline for submission of clarification is until October 28, 2024 at 4 o'clock p.m. Addressed to back chairperson Attorney Jordi K.S.R. David. Deadline for submission of bids is November 5, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Number of copies of bid proposal is 1 original copy and 2 copies of the first or technical and second or financial envelope of its bid, and place of submission of bids is DPWH NCR Bank Conference Room. Please be reminded of the GPPB Resolution number 15-2021 relative to the lifting the suspension on the implementation of the mandatory submission of Field of Certificate of Platinum Registration and membership in competitive bidding and limited source bidding. All contractors are hereby required to submit their updated Field of Certificate of Platinum Registration and membership. Also, we have memorandum dated March 6, 2023 of the Department Secretary regarding the reiteration of department policies or issuances on the sale of winning documents and enrollment in the civil works application prior bidding. Item number 1, in accordance with the Department Citizens Charter and a numbered memorandum dated December 27, 2021. Only the following documents are required from the prospective bidders prior to the sale of winning documents. We have company ID or any government issued ID, authorization letter if not authorized liaison officer in the CWA, and letter of intent for foreign funded projects. Also, we have the O28 series of 2024 or the three-strike policy in the procurement of infrastructure goods and consulting services contracts. This is to establish a fair and transparent system for managing offenses committed by bidders in the procurement of infrastructure goods and consulting services projects through public bidding. And last, we have the O number 110 series of 2024 or the implementation of ISO 9001-2015 certification requirements for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects in the department. All contractors are hereby required to submit this said certification starting calendar year 2025. Attached are the memos for your reference.
Are there any questions po? If there are no more questions, Attorney says na we may adjourn today's pre-bid conference.
Do you have any more activities for today?
Wala na po.
Okay, so thank you very much po. Ingat po at maulan. Adjourn na po tayo.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you po.
Ayan.